Now you have to start hearing that garbage for the next month. Just Christmas music over and over and over on the radio. But anyways, I'm in town today on Black Friday. I don't know why I came to town on one of the busiest shopping days of the year. I'm quite surprised there's not a lot of traffic out. I guess with all the online deals and how they have Black Friday deals for a week in advance, a lot of people are getting their stuff online, which they're smart. I decided to not go to Walmart today or anything major. I just need to go to Tractor Supply, which it's never busy in Tractor Supply, and there's maybe, I don't know, 6 people inside the store this morning when I went, and got in, got out, just like a man does when they go shopping. You just get what you get and get out as fast as you can, and there ain't no time to lollygag and go look around at everything else. You just go and get what you get and get out as quick as you can. And that's exactly what I did. I think I had a record of all of 3 minutes inside of Tractor Supply, so good job. And yeah, so what I'll be doing today is planting that grass seed. I gotta plant it on the west side of my property, outside the fence. I don't just own what's fenced in on the property. I don't know why I was going like this. That's kind of weird looking. But yeah, the east side of my property has grass. All inside the property has grass. It's just the west side and the strip that's just outside of my south fence, excuse me, between my property and the island. I'm gonna put some grass seed. All right, people actually can drive. Normally they, when you're trying to merge in, people just don't move over, but this person, kudos to them, from Kansas, by the way, knowing how to drive. So if for some weird reason there's somebody in a black Escalade that's from Kansas happens to watch this video, good job driving. Seriously doubt it, but anyways, I'm gonna be planting the grass out there. We've been moving the goats around basically almost every single day, and they've eaten down around the south side of Mom and Dad's, all around the salt cedar trees that we have. They've eaten that down pretty good. They've eaten on the back side of Mom and Dad's property really good, and then we had them out by the island the last couple of days, so they're starting to trim that down once again. We had them out there a couple of weeks ago, and they ate it down, I don't know, maybe about that tall, and all the new growth has been shooting out. So Dad and I went and put the fence out there the other day and put them back out there and just letting them do their thing. And that was part of the reason why I wanted to get more grass seed, so I can get this stuff growing and put more green on the property. I do own outside of my fences, so about 30 feet on each side and about 120 foot strip on each side. So it is a little chunk of land out there, and right now, like I said, it's just mainly dirt because of all the dirt work we did. And watch out, truck. Person's driving in both lanes and going way over the speed limit, so maybe that trooper up ahead of us will take care of them. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing today, getting that stuff done. It is supposed to rain a little bit tomorrow, I believe, and then Dad mentioned something about off and on rain next week. So what I'll do is I'll probably have to drag the hose out there a little bit just to get all the seed packed down as much as possible, and then hopefully here, what is it, 24th? Maybe the first week of December, you'll start seeing a bunch of grass shooting up out there, and we'll be able to move the goats out there and keep all this stuff nice and clean. I went out there in the pond yesterday. The pond is actually a little bit deeper than I was thinking. I was trying to walk along the south bank. I cut some willow trees from Granny's pasture again. Most of them are about, I don't know, 2 foot long cuttings, and I tried walking along the bank and I kept slipping in. It was pretty hard since you're on an angle, and I got about knee deep, so my snake boots were completely underwater, and obviously that didn't work out for me, so I had to get out. And Mom and Dad have a little paddle boat, so I got inside the paddle boat and was paddling around. I had my bucket of all my cuttings next to me, and I would just paddle up to each spot and jam the willows down into the water. Most of them are sticking out of the water about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches or so, and then down in the mud at least a foot. So they're going to be covered in water for quite a while, and those willows do take a lot of water to get going. So hopefully I would say by the end of the year, you should start seeing a bunch of little leaves and stuff shooting out of those things if they get established by then. So that would be very nice for us to have a little bit more privacy on the south side of the property. Immediately to the south of Mom and Dad's, like I said, they have those salt cedars, which is a solid wall that they planted probably when we were babies. They're kids. Those trees have been there my entire life, and they're a very good wind break, sound break, and then also just a good privacy. So we'll have those along their part, and then once it gets to the pond, it'll cut back over to all the willows. The only time you'll be able to see in from the south side once they're established and grown is during wintertime when they lose all their leaves. But other than that, it'll be nice greenery. It'll give all the turtles, ducks, whatever other birds we have out there. We have some cranes that come in, some geese sometimes. Have all them go in there, and that'll give them something to get in and nest and hide and all that good stuff. So yeah, the pond's actually holding a lot better than it did last time when we had that tropical storm come through. It did dump quite a bit of rain, and the pond held the water for about a month or so, and that was in the peak of it being over 100 degrees every single day. Now it's in the 60s and 70s for the most part, so it shouldn't evaporate as quickly, and maybe it'll stick around long enough until we can get a water well out there. So I know we keep saying that, but it's hard to get a hold of people that will come out and do it, or that are in this area or have enough material to do it. Down here you have to go, I think it was at least 550 feet just to get to like water that may be acceptable for all the fish and stuff. You might have to go a little bit deeper. I think Dad said it could be all the way down to about 750 feet, just depending on when they hit water, what type it is and all that. So we'll have to find out and see what happens with that. We had a low-key Thanksgiving. Didn't do really anything. We bought some little Cornish hens. Matt barbecued those, which is a typical day of just barbecuing. Watched some football. My Cowboys won once again. Dak Prescott was the one of the MVPs of the game, and got to eat his turkey leg for Thanksgiving. I thought that was pretty cool. So Dad is a Cowboys fan. Not hardcore fan, but he likes the Cowboys. He's a Dak hater, and I always try to get back at Dad. Dad's always saying like, oh, they need to get rid of Dak Prescott. He's no good. Blah 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 blah. And I said, just watch. I said, by the end of this game, he's going to be holding a turkey leg, which means that he had a good game, and he was the MVP of the game. And lo and behold, Cowboys put up 45 points again, and Dak threw a nice touchdown, went to the end zone. They have a Salvation Army bucket there just for decoration, and when they scored a touchdown, they ran over there, and Dak went in, grabbed himself a big old turkey leg, and started eating it. And I got a good kick out of that because Dad had nothing to say at that point. So better watch what you say, Dad. I always say, hey, Dak might not be able to win the big game when it counts, but he is a good quarterback overall with his stats and all that stuff. And Dad still says they need to get rid of him. So stats say otherwise, Dad. So I know deep down you're a Dak lover. For Christmas, I'm gonna buy you a Dak jersey. I don't care if it costs me $1,000. I'm gonna get that thing lined in gold letters. I'll even put Papa Crocker on the back with number 4, Dak's biggest fan, and they give you that for Christmas. So just kidding. We're not gonna do anything for Christmas either. We just don't want to do all that stuff. We want to just have just a low-key day. It's nothing special to us. It was just the 4 of us yesterday, and like I said, watched some football. We had a couple of knocks on the door. One of them was one of the ladies that helps out Granny. She stopped by and brought us a sweet potato casserole, I believe it was. And then my neighbor, I think on Wednesday or Tuesday, whenever I was mowing my yard, I went over and mowed their front yard for them. My neighbor has a prosthetic leg too, so it's hard for him to get around. And I mowed their front yard for him just to be nice and do it for him. And I wasn't expecting anything. And I got a knock on the door yesterday, and it was my neighbor. He had a whole plate full of turkey, ham, dressing, all the good stuff. And then another plate full of different types of pies. So shout out to my neighbors. He says you got to have each other's backs and be nice with each other, and I agree. And it's nice to be able to have somebody that's that you can get along with. Now, we're not best friends or anything. We're just friendly. Whenever I pass by or if I'm outside, we say hey, we talk for a little bit, and just move on with our day. But I thought that was a nice gesture of them to do that, and just proves that there are some good people out there. I know people think I'm the devil when it comes to YouTube because some people just don't like me. But I don't know. I have my moments where I can be nice, and then sometimes I have my moments where I just get tired of people running their mouths and I have to say something back. So anyways, shout out to my neighbors for being very nice and doing that for us. So anyways, that's going to end this video. I'm already heading back to the house. I'll get this grass planted out there, maybe run the sprinkler for a little while, and then we'll start having some green grass out in that property and get everything looking nice once again. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. We're going to have some build stuff coming up here soon. Like I said, Monday we're going to possibly reach out to the foundation company again and see if we can get an exact date now. We didn't hear back from them the last time as far as an exact date. So once I get that little deposit put down for them, they'll give us a date and they'll come out and get this stuff done, and we'll start doing our building stuff. But other than that, I got a little bit of projects I still need to get done. I need to work inside the carport for a little bit, build some workbenches for me so I have somewhere to build and put some of my tools, and keep it up off the ground out there. So stay tuned for that kind of stuff, and we'll see what else we can get to in the future. So anyways, once again, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace. Bye, guys.